Hi everyone, I'm going to talk about my takeaways from chapter 4 of Marzano's text. I think the biggest takeaway for me from that chapter would be the different ways that I could effectively design assessments for primary grades, since this is what I am used to, what I've taught my entire career. Being that I've gone between second and third grade, I find the information about obtrusive assessments very helpful, mainly the multiple choice information, also referred to as selected response, according to Marzano's text. According to the text, they can also be used for many different subjects. So I could use it for math, I can use it for science, I could use it for social studies, language arts, and either the responses are incorrect or correct. So it's also beneficial to me to help my students work through these types of assessments, because in third grade, of course, this is what they see on the end of grade test. The other one that I found, the other takeaway, was using short constructed response. Students construct an answer as opposed to recognizing one according to the text. The thing I like most is how the two can be combined. So let's say I'm creating an assessment myself and I'm using a rubric or creating a scale. I could use the selected response as a score of a 2, and then the short constructed responses would be higher, since students have to construct answers themselves, and they could be scored or used for level 3 or level 4. Okay, another takeaway was the information on looking for patterns in student responses. So this can give me clues to flawed questions, or it can help me to evaluate student responses. So the text gives me strategies to fix the patterns that I see. So if I'm creating a chart of patterns that my students use in the test, I could meet with the students to figure out either why they came up with these strategies, or I can figure out what I did wrong in creating the test. Were the questions too easy or too hard? Was it something that maybe I hadn't effectively gone over in class? Meeting with students who display that pattern. Okay, I could also reclassify items that were that I saw most of the students missed. The math skill in exercise 4.2, the one where they had to make conversions between standard and non-standard measurement systems, I would most definitely use some of these exercises and some of these examples to help guide me when making assessments. That one in particular would be best used as a demonstration, because I could actually get the kids to show me the skill. So I would ask the teacher would ask the students to perform the skill, or even have them to think aloud as they're working through a skill. So that's something they could show me. Therefore, it would be more of a demonstration. According to Standard 3, we should, as teacher leaders, have knowledge of curriculum, instruction, and assessment. So I think the Marzano text, this chapter 4, and the entire text so far, has really given me a way to think about how I use assessments in my classroom, even if they aren't teacher-made, or even if they are teacher-made or not teacher-made. If it's something that I pull offline, I can kind of look at it more closely now to see if it's an effective use of what I want to see from my students. So I think this text closely relates to Standard 3. All right, thanks.